Welcome to the B2T show, where we empower Christian patriots with truth. This is Rick, your host. Here we have President Trump announces official national emergency, opens up access to $50 billion with a B for states to combat coronavirus. And amazing things. It was a great press conference, in my opinion. If you went and looked at that, he brought all the private sector in, as well as just not making this a big bloated government program like most presidents would do. He's really using the private sector heavily to make this happen. And look at this. This is the stock market. Look what happened right at the end of the day. Right there, around 4 o'clock, right after so Trump is speaking, and why he's speaking, the market just starts climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing all the way till its close. So that they literally had a 9.36. I think that was the top 10% as percentage growth, but it was the leader for the increase for just one day. So that's the power of a president calming people after, obviously, in the last week, the mainstream media mockingbirds have successfully killed the market. Representative Jim Jordan basically saying real leadership, working with the private sector for solutions, launching a screening website, initiating drive-through testing, and topping off the strategic petroleum reserve when prices are low. So literally the prices of gas just fell significantly, and now Trump is going to basically get all our strategic reserves at the low price, and he's already kind of made that happen. So not only are we going to be completely independent from energy independent, we are now going to have strategic reserves full, topped off, is what he was talking about. So that is true leadership, as Jim Jordan would say, of what we're seeing right before our eyes as the mockingbird media continues to lie and cheat as they protect their pedophiles. Trump just said the coming weeks we'll all have to make some changes and sacrifices, but the short-term sacrifices will produce long-term gain. It's happening. The storm is here. So is this the storm? Is this the very one he's been talking about? Is he going to use this crisis that seems like he always knows what's going on? He's always so much further ahead. All the white hats in this operation and everything the deep state does backfires on him. This looks like one of them. As they try to tank the stock market, as they try to make Trump look bad and say, you're not doing enough, you're not doing enough, you're not doing enough. So that allows him to do the national emergency at this point in time. Interesting things. Google, now that's the only thing that's kind of scary, is Google's developing the website. Now he has 1,700 people supposedly on this, but they have the best mapping program, Google Maps, in my opinion. I use it quite often. It tracks me, I'm sure, every minute of where I am, but it's very useful, right? And obviously, so you have CVS, and you have Walgreens, you have Target, and you have all these different companies that are allowing their parking lots, Walmart as well, to have their parking lots be used for a drive-by testing center. Okay, so you're going to be able, by Sunday, they're supposed to announce exactly when everything's coming up, but by Monday it should be up, I would guess, Monday or Tuesday. You'll be able to use this spot to go figure out where you should go be tested from. The national emergency could allow him to do all kinds of other things that we'll talk about just in a second with Gene. Here's a video talking about getting tested for coronavirus at the drive-through clinic. So here's a little video you can go watch yourself if you would like, from the Wall Street Journal link. And again, you'll find all my links on blessed2teach.com, blessed with the number 2 teach.com. If you haven't visited that site, Sanders warns coronavirus meltdown on par with World War II. So here's the left and their talking points, just trying to say Trump mismanaged all this. You can't get tests. Just making their 4 a.m. criminal talking points. Sanders is delivering, so is Biden, so is obviously the controlled media, the enemy of the people, the true enemy of the people. Wow, they just get to my goat, right? I love watching the 5 on Fox because you get the 4, conservatives talking there, and you have Juan who gives you the talking points for the day. So if you want to know what the talking points for the day are, just listen to Juan on the 5, the first 15 minutes or so, and you'll figure out what the deep state talking points are. You can also go to several Twitter accounts and get them as well from some of these guys. Bill Gates resigns. Here we go. So Bill Gates, this is hot off the press. This came out, I just believe, 1713 just came out, barely. Bill Gates from Microsoft board. 1 hour after the close of another one of those most tumultuous weeks in Wall Street history, Bill Gates, the billionaire founder of Microsoft, resigned from the company's board. That's going to be real interesting. I wonder if some things are coming down the pipe that we're going to be talking about. Here's Trump saying, "It's my great honor to declare Sunday, March 15th, as a national day of prayer. We are a country that throughout our history has looked to God for protection and strength in times like these. No matter where you may be, I encourage you to turn towards prayer in an act of faith. Together, we will easily prevail." There is the number one president in protection of religious liberties, somebody who's honoring God, as just amazing to see what's happened with this president. And it was interesting. I think that its Supernatural show was basically saying COVID-19 is going to destroy the United States unless Trump declares a national day of prayer. And so that just bugs me. I'm telling you that. But I'm just happy this happened from just a regular perspective versus these threats of people thinking that they know better than what the white hats are doing right now. So I think there's a lot of these TV ministries are going to be going down the toilet, in my opinion, as they get exposed for their corruption. And I'm not saying Sid Roth and Supernatural is, but I don't think it's looking good for any of these big, huge ministries that have all these prophets on all the time. I just don't believe we have that many prophets in the world, and I think that a lot of that stuff is false and made up, in my opinion. So, but wait, we're here to agree to disagree about things and think for ourselves. Don't believe everything I say. So keep on looking at it. So Lou's saying, who controls NG? Can they collaborate with the Marines? Clean and swift action is coming. That's what. So Lou thinks the whole national emergency and the ability for us to declare and martial law, etc., might be coming down the pipe as well. And I think if that's what Gene was saying about only 7 prophets in the world that are real true prophets. Now it says a lot of our people will be giving dreams and stuff like that. But if you say you're a prophet and then you have hundreds of people saying they're prophets and half of them are saying something different, just goes to show. I think there's going to be a lot of, just like Mark said, exposing the deep state church. There's a lot of deep state church out there, and it's going to be amazing. I want to talk a little bit about one of the persons I met when I was in the Dallas rally last year, and and she's asking that you guys please go to change.org here, and it's if you actually I'll put the link in the show notes, but you'll also be able to see if you look at if you just search on Travis James Maxey. This is a person that literally with a butcher knife killed these 2 people that had tons of kids. So now that's 6 children, several children-in-law, and multiple grandchildren that will never see their parents based on this guy. And they're trying to let him out some loophole with medical release. It was rejected in 2012, and now they're up again for it. So she's just asking, will you please sign this petition on not letting this guy out of jail that literally butchered 2 loving people about. So that would again be Travis James Maxey. You can find it on change.org to help out and not make that not happen. You just listened to the Blessed to Teach show. You're now empowered with the truth.